Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 342 of Prog Review. And today, if you have read the title description, I'm talking about Michel Jarre and his Oxygene. Oh yes, this was released way back, 5th of December 1976, though it didn't really kind of break through internationally until the following summer in 1977. It was funny because somebody said do this the other day, and then one of my virtual chums, old Rodney, he gets a bit confused, and he posted a clip of one of the tracks from this on a King Crimson discussion site I run, and well, it's this album. So I thought, well, yeah, we're seeing as it seems to be some sort of synchronicity going on, I'll talk about it. Jean-Michel Jarre, isn't it? Yeah. And also, if Rodney's watching, hopefully this would be the impetus to buy the album and explore the work. Yeah, it's an unusual album because it marks one of the very first kind of new age electronic ambient records. Yeah, I know you're going to talk about craft work and people like that. But Jean-Michel Jarre did something quite remarkable. He took the genre and made it mainstream. He took a form of music which again was kind of on the outskirts of mainstream pop and rock, and dragged it in. It's a bit. I mean, similar parallels can be drawn with that of Tubular Bells with Mike Oldfield. Again, on this, you have minimalism. There's a certain degree of classicism on there as well. You can hear strains of classical music, and there's this incredible pop sensibility in places. Back in the day, it was recorded on, I think it was on 8-track recorder, and he used a variety of monophonic and polyphonic synthesizers. That was the dog belching, not me. Alex, you pig. He just had his lunch, you see. And he used a variety of synthesizers of the time to create this, well, remarkable album. And you had to be there. I mean, probably today, if I played this to a youngster today, they'd probably see it as being a bit quaint and being a bit, a bit boring. But I was there. I was, how old was I? I was six years old when it was kind of hit the mainstream for us. And it was everywhere. Again, it's a bit like Tubular Bells. It was everywhere. And I remember it sounded like the future had arrived. It was like, what is this? Because it was unlike anything you'd ever heard. And because there was no drums on it, there was no bass guitar, there was no guitar. It was all made up of washes of synthesizer. Even the drum pulses are synthetic. And it was kind of taken what the krautrock bands, I say, were doing, and put it through a filter, a Gallic filter, maybe. I mean, I don't know if it sounds particularly French or because Jean-Michel Jarre, he was the son of Maurice Jarre, who was a very famous film composer, and and though that they were estranged until later in life. You wonder if the music is in their DNA, but I know Jean-Michel Jarre tried for many years and different things to be successful when he came across this, but it does have a kind of a French cool sensibility about it. So, yeah, I mean, it always reminds me when I was in Paris. You been to Paris? Great, lovely place. I was in a restaurant. I said to the garçon, I said, do you have frog's legs? I says. And he went, oh, oui, monsieur. I said, could you hop over the counter and get me a drink? I'm doing my best, I'm just trying to do my best. But yeah, anyway, it's a really fascinating record. But again, it's more of a historic piece now. I think that's how you'd listen to it. And it's also kind of it's good. It's a good gateway album for those who, if you want to try and get people into ambient music or electronic music, you can give them this. And again, back in the day, the main theme tune, the main track from the album, the hit, was Oxygene Part 4. Again, there are no song titles. It's all parts 1 to 6. You see, so that makes it easy. But yeah, Part 4 was often used. I think it was used on a couple of TV shows as their theme tune. Where There's Life, I think, was one of them. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It was on ITV. Dr. Miriam Stoppard. No, just me then. Okay, well, that tune has been used a lot. There's another piece, the rapid one. The rapid piece was used in the film Gallipoli. There's a great Mel Gibson, before he was racist and anti-Semite. He was a young lad. It was a great film called Gallipoli about the attack there in the war, and he has to run from message post to message post, and they use Jean-Michel Jarre's Oxygene music in it. Very effective, even though it's electronic music being used in a war film, and out of time, out of place. But it was really effective. So yeah, this music was out there, it was all around. So it kind of permeates you again, like Tubular Bells was. Once that music's out there and it's the mainstream, there's a familiarity to it. Now what we've got here is an interesting one. This was released 2007. Oh yeah. Which makes it, they call it the 30th anniversary. I think it's the 30th anniversary release. No, it isn't, because if it was released in 2007, it'd be the 31st, wouldn't it? Technically speaking. But so what Mr. Jarre did is, he's one of those tinkerers. He likes to tinker. He's a right little tinker, he is. Yes. He reworked Oxygene. He did a new master recording. Where him and a load of pals basically re-recorded the thing, but with all the old instruments. And I don't really understand why. It was like Mike Oldfield did it in 2003 with Tubular Bells. He re-recorded everything, and I was sceptical about that one. And it's only as time's gone past I've kind of gone, not warmed to it, but just gone, And it's the same with this. He re-recorded. I don't understand, but before I completely slag it off, what you get is there's a DVD in this, and you see Jean-Michel Jarre and his chums replaying the whole album live in a studio, and it is absolutely fascinating to watch them twiddle with their knobs and perform miraculous acts on the synthesizer. Also, there's a separate 5.1 surround sound mix of the new original master, so you can wallow in whooshes and swirls and synthesizers. It is very lovely. It's very, very nice. Even though it isn't the original, it might as well be the original. It's so close to it, I can't tell the difference. I'm sure many of you out there will be able to. I've got this on vinyl as well in the cupboard. I picked up this great double header, this and Equinox, the follow-up album in a 2-for-1 deal. Great stuff. So yeah, I mean, this one's pretty good to pick up. I think there's even a 3D version where you have to put your glasses on. So I don't know if you can get this one anymore, but it's worth it if you like the old surround sound, and if you want to see Mr. Jarre, tinkling in the ivories, as it were. Anyway, there was also a follow-up in 1997. He did Oxygene 7 to 13, which was a bit more upbeat and a bit poppier. Those were the days. Again, they've always got to repeat themselves, haven't they, these artists? I mean, it's an album. I'm not talking about this, mind. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the actual original album. It scores very highly. It scores 5 emails. No, not 5 emails. That's wrong. Let me start it again. It scores 5 skulls wrapped around the earth. No, this isn't going very well. Can I start that again? It's that bloody email put me off. I had this all in my head. I had it. I did. It scores 5 skulls wrapped round an earth out of 5. That's 5 skulls wrapped round an earth out of 5. Yeah, the actual sleeve was actually painted by Michel Granger, and it was actually given to Jarre. The original painting was given to him by Charlotte Rampling, who went on to be his missus for a while. She was to Broadchurch, wasn't she? She was also in Dexter as well. She gets around a bit. Email. Oh, I'm popular today. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those iconic albums. It's one of those must-have. If you haven't heard it, you must go and listen to it immediately, immédiatement, as they say in France. Do not go at a snail's pace. But if you do, let's go. But yeah, and if you like the surround sound stuff, or you are a visual beast, that's good as well. Well worth the shekels, even though it's re-recorded. And that's it. My name's Darren Locke. I have one more thing to say, and you know what that is. Oh, I'm talking about Jean-Michel Jarre's Oxygene before I forget. Oh, I'm all a flutter. But the most important thing is we prog on.